by Benjamin.
It is amazing.
And Carrie Noni Juice. Juice World. In studio.
Yeah, I was keeping it juicy, y'all.
Hey.
Hey.
It's been a while.
It has.
What's happening then?
What's happening then?
Hey, look. It's a lot going on with the Bucks.
Oh, my gosh.
We need an update because a lot of this happened today.
Yeah, a lot of things have been happening today. I don't know what it is about July 1st. Maybe because it's Ben Zad's birthday that he's spicing things up when it comes to the Bucks.
Beyond the grave.
But I'm going to try to let y'all know all the things that I've seen popping off. Shout out to ESPN Milwaukee because I'm on their Instagram page right now to kind of talk about who we have and who we don't as of right now. So the very first one that came through obviously was Bobby Portis is coming back. That happened about 2 days ago.
Shout out to Bobby.
Yeah, shout out to Bobby.
Bobby.
Okay, I like that. I bet he's listening right now. So he signed a 3-year, $44 million contract to return, right? Then we found out that Kevin Porter Jr., he agreed to a 2-year, $11 million extension. So we're getting KPJ back.
That was a good deal.
Okay.
Brook Lopez, he got signed to a 2-year deal with the Los Angeles Clippers. So we no longer have Brook.
The Clippers.
Yep.
Brook Lopez is going to the Clippers.
Oh, wow.
Brook Lopez is going to the Clippers.
Salute.
I'm not going to lie.
I'm going to salute him on his journey.
Yeah, congratulations to Brook. He's been holding us down for a very long time, but I can't wait to see the next big man we get.
Yes.
All right, we need another big man.
So 17 hours ago, they let us know Taurean Prince is coming back. So we got Taurean Prince.
TP, yeah.
We're keeping Gary Trent Jr. He's back on a 2-year deal.
Okay.
And the most breaking news, well, one of the most breaking news that we had today when it comes to the Bucks, we got free agent center Miles Turner, who agreed to a 4-year, $107 million deal.
Wait, Miles Turner.
He was on the Pacers.
Does he play PG?
What do you mean, does he play PG?
Is he the point guard?
He's a center.
He's a center.
Oh, never mind. My bad.
He was in Indiana.
I'll fall back.
But they said that he didn't really show up in the playoffs like he was supposed to.
Right.
And a lot of people is knocking him for his performance in the playoffs.
I will say people are very excited about Miles Turner coming onto the team. However, for Miles Turner, we had to give up a big piece of our team, you guys. And we had to let go, and we waived Damian Lillard. And we're stretching the remaining $113 million on his contract to acquire Miles Turner. So Dame is now a free agent. Yeah, we had to get rid of Dame. But then we got more news coming up, you guys. So
here we go.
Wait,
let me stop. Let me pause right here.
Talk about Dame. Talk about Dame.
Just a little second. Let me give me a little.
Because Dame had a crazy two years.
But Dame came in going through a divorce.
Right.
So that was something that was going on.
Away from his kids.
He had Ben out here harassing him about Glorilla.
Yes, I did. I was doing that.
Ben was harassing him.
Bucks Media Day.
And then ultimately he had the Achilles tear.
And the blood clots.
So a lot of that kind of hampered him in his journey with the chemistry between him and Giannis.
Yeah. I just hate that it had to end up that way with him leaving, because I know it was hard for him to leave Portland and the team he was already on, because he was there for how many years? That was his only team he was on before. And I know he was there for years and years and years. I don't have the exact number, but for him to come to the Bucks and then only have 2 seasons here and this is how it ends, is now you're just like a free agent, and we're going to be paying him, but I don't know. They put out a statement. Do I have the statement? I don't know where the statement went. But pretty much his management team was saying this is a good position for Dame because he's able to still get paid right now and really figure out what his options are while he stays at home with his family and his kids, and just recovers and rehabs, and he can heal.
And he can come back and he's free to choose whatever team he wants.
Yes.
That's real, man. So, that is the best thing for Dame. I mean, I said this before. I actually said this on Nothing But the Truth with Melanie Ricks. You know, a lot of people were talking about the Achilles injury tear that happened with Damian Lillard and then Tyrese Halliburton, and when it came down to Jason Tatum. And I was telling everybody, I don't want to go too far down a rabbit hole, but when you line up the numbers 0, 0, 0, that means the shot clock is up. That means the game is over.
Oh, wow.
So who knows? This might be Damian Lillard's last time playing. This may
Don't
be
say that.
Tyrese Halliburton, and it might be Jason Tatum's.
What the heck? Don't say that.
The thing is, look at Kevin Durant.
So
once you have the Achilles tear, that's not it. You can still be effective.
Kobe came back after it.
And so you can still be
At an older
effective.
age.
But you need time.
Right.
And you need time to heal.
Right.
And many times when you're in a situation like Dame was in, you may have been on the clock to where, okay, we need you back by a certain time, or you don't get that time to heal. So at this point, he could take his time, build himself back up. He still got at least 4 years of NBA time to really try to be effective. I say Dame is good for at least 20 points a game, at least. So he still can find his way onto a team, maybe a winning team at this point, to where he can actually challenge for a championship.
They said that there are a lot of NBA teams who are looking at him like they want him. He's not washed up. Even though he ain't going to be playing for like a year or so, he's not washed. There are a lot of NBA teams who want him. Maybe he'll finally get to go to Miami. I don't know. But
Kevin Durant, once he had the Achilles tear, the one thing I can say, and I was talking to somebody about this, he became a journeyman. Like every other year, they'd be moving him around, And I think that Dame came to the Bucks to get that championship.
Yeah.
It never manifested into that.
Yeah.
But I think that now he's at a place where he can heal. And then when he does come back, I'll be surprised what team he chooses.
Right.
Because I'm sure he'll try to get on a team where he can contribute to win the title.
Yeah. I wonder what team that's going to be. I did want to finish up with a lot of the breaking news that was coming out of the Bucks offices today. So we also got free agent forward Gary Harris. He signed to a 2-year deal. I'm not sure what team he used to be on.
They need to sign Benjamin.
They do. What?
They signed it on
as an in-game show host.
So we also got free agent center Jericho Sims. He agreed to a 2-year deal with the Milwaukee Bucks, so he's staying with us. We had him before, but something big that happened else, T-Lo, is we traded Pat Connaughton.
What?
Yeah, we traded Pat.
Oh.
We traded Pat, and
he was the last of the Mohicans.
I swear to God.
And so it says the Milwaukee Bucks are trading Pat Connaughton and 2 of their own second-round picks in 2031 and 2032 to the Charlotte Hornets for, I don't even know how to say this guy's name. I'm not going to lie. Mazili J. Micknick.
Okay, he not from here.
Mitchick,
He not from here.
Yeah, so those are the changes that happened so far.
Pat Connaughton, you don't say.
They said, I think they're rescinding the qualifying offer to Ryan Rollins. I think they're not going to keep him either. But more things are going to happen.
The team.
They definitely did.
They're
building a team around Giannis at this point.
Well, hold on. You already know that they're going to ask Giannis
everything.
Because is he happy with what's happening?
That's what I was about to bring up.
Be
so, according to what is his brother's name?
Coming back?
The Nazis ain't been on the team. But according to...
He's coming back to the truth.
I think it was Chris.
Well, yeah, that's real. That's real.
Chris Haynes.
We can say that.
Y'all know Chris Haynes, right?
You talking about the dude who sold them dime bags?
What are you talking about?
Accusations.
Oh my God.
What is being?
I don't know what Ben is on, but pretty much Chris Haynes was saying that Giannis is not happy with.
That's what I saw.
With us losing Dame.
I saw that, and I don't know if this was something that they were just doing on social media, but they're saying Giannis may demand a trade.
I don't think he'll demand a trade, because then I also saw reports that he was the one who said he wanted Miles Turner. Allegedly. Right. So they're saying, okay, Giannis, which one is it? Did you know about Miles Turner since you said you wanted him and knew we had to trade Dame for him? Or are you really coming in blindsided, not knowing what's going on? Because I personally don't think the Bucks would have made a decision like that without letting Giannis know. But I don't know.
They saying that Giannis is not pleased. And I'll say this. Is this a move to make sure that we're competitive next year? Because there's a lot of injuries in the East where a lot of the key players are not functioning. It looks good on paper, but they're not functioning due to injuries. So if the Bucks can revamp and get a solid roster, they can be in the 5.
They can.
spot. I think they can hit the 5 spot.
And it's a whole new roster right now. They have put up a picture of the championship winning team back with like Chris and Brooke and everybody. And the last remaining ones that we still had on the team was Giannis, Bobby, Middleton, and Brooke. Now we don't have Middleton. We don't have Brooke. We don't have Bobby. Oh no, we still have Bobby, but like we don't have a lot of the roster that we had. We don't have Pat. So it's just Giannis and Bobby, I believe, who's still from that championship team.
Do y'all think this is better for the Bucks or worse?
Yes, because the Bucks had no chance of doing anything with the current roster. They had to shake it up.
Yeah, they had to do something.
I'll say this. I'm hearing a lot of names flying around, but where's Kuzma?
He's still there.
Sheesh.
I mean, Kuzma to me should have been on a better level of playing basketball
By this point.
at coming over to the Bucks. And I think the most disappointing thing about Kuzma is he came from a winning culture or where he had got on a high level of playing basketball.
Right.
Came over to Milwaukee and I haven't seen
This Kuzma.
anything like that makes me say, "Oh wow, I'm happy that we got Kuzma here."
That's where my top
Right.
dollar is going.
Right.
So and his name is not coming up in anything. Like we talking about all these players being moved around.
Well, who knows? Maybe by the end of the day or even tomorrow, something else is going to pop off.
That's all I'm
because
saying. Like, I mean,
the Bucks is on one
if
right
he
now.
could get 15 points a game, if he could come out with that I would be satisfied with having Kuzma. But it was games where I was like, he didn't even get any point. He's out there, to me, wasting a slot.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that he was training with Giannis or something this summer. I mean, on his offseason.
Giannis been on TikTok.
I'm just
okay?
Well, Giannis been out here in the streets,
been
man.
showing that he really a YN out here from Milwaukee
Facts.
on TikTok.
Well, Giannis be walking around they got footage of Giannis just walking around.
Yeah, he
really feel like this is
my
where
city.
he at. Yes,
Yeah.
This is my
I
city.
think Giannis is one of the loyal players you get once in a
Right.
generation.
Homegrown.
He brought a title here.
Yep.
His family is here. Everything that
He
they
grew
have is
up
here.
here.
He's very
He grew up
loyal.
here.
He's very
very true.
loyal. And a lot of rumors went around. Is Giannis going to leave? If he goes, we'll understand. But Giannis seems to me that where he came from over there, where he came over to America, that loyalty is more important to him.
Right. And as long as, and he
But
said
will that
this,
hurt him in the long run?
And I don't think so. I think he feels as though he's accomplished and he's done a lot so far. And as long as the Bucks keep putting that effort into him, I think he's going to be happy here and he's going to stay. And, with this type, like we're still building the team around Giannis. And I think that that's a good look. And if I was Giannis, I would think that, they seem like they have my best interest at heart to win a championship because that's all that I'm about. And I think we got him. As long as the Bucks keep doing what they need to do to keep
shaking things up.
Making sure we are a contending team.
Final question.
I think that's good.
Final question, Juice.
Yes.
What's up with the coaching? Is the coaching going to change?
Ooh, that's a good question. I think we're
because here we
keeping Doc,
go.
though.
I mean, all I'm saying is,
should we keep Doc?
it's a question. It's a questionable. If you shaking things up,
Yeah. And we'll see here in the next couple of days. I don't know when all of this stuff ends, but maybe it could go out throughout the summer. But maybe Doc stays. Do you think he should stay?
hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Pop Culture Report with Ben Jammin.
It's amazing.
And Kerry Noni Juice. Truth Nation. Stay like they